Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Coming up, we have snow in the forecast, the resorts are starting to open, and it's also about that time to do some Nordic skiing. And if you need new gear this season, well, you're in luck. This weekend, I'm here with Dawes Wilson, and Dawes, you have had a huge hand in helping to get the Vail Valley set up with Nordic equipment, right?
That's right. I've been putting on this Nordic ski swap for 33 years now.
Oh, just 33 years. Okay, just a little bit of time. So it's taking place this coming weekend, right?
Yep. There'll be gear check-in on Friday, so that from 5 to 8 out at the Vail Nordic Center, which is the golf course clubhouse in the summer, there'll be gear check-in, and then on Saturday from 9 to 2, we'll sell the gear that people bring in to check in.
Okay, so this is something, obviously you want that gear to be in good shape if you're going to be selling it, but as you can see from the flyer right here, it's not necessarily just, skis or touring or track skis. There's also AT gear that's involved in this.
Yeah, I mean, telemark gear used to be a big part of the swap. Mm-hmm. That's diminished somewhat as it's not as popular as it used to be, and AT gear has sort of replaced that. Mm-hmm. And then there are also snowshoes every year, which is something that should be a sort of basic piece of equipment for everyone that lives in the mountains.
I agree. Just a kind of a staple to have in your quiver of athletic equipment, because there's so many different ways that you can use snowshoes. I usually use them just to to strap my board on my backpack, and then I'll hike up the mountain with my snowshoes. But it's also so nice to have, especially with friends and family coming into town, just have a kind of a mellow hike. It really kind of extends your season. So again, this is taking place on Saturday, and so you have the opportunity to drop your gear off on Friday night. But this is something, not only is it great because you get discounted gear, but it benefits a really important part of our community too.
Yeah, we've been, the last couple of years, we actually had it at Homestake Peak School. And then this year we've moved it back to the Vail Nordic Center where it was for years. And but it's still going to benefit the Homestake Peak School Nordic program.
Nice. Okay, so it's really kind of helping to get kids involved in all of the Nordic sports and really kind of spark their passion.
Yeah, that for those kids, it's mostly, well, I think they do some AT outings sometimes, but it's for them it's mostly track skiing, okay. Classic and skate, because they're right there in Eaglevale where they do groom some trails for track skiing.
Nice. And for people that maybe haven't really gotten into Nordic skiing before, I have to say I kind of fell in love with the sport after I went to a Nordic ski swap, got myself set up for, it was really affordable. And now, it's one of my favorite ways to just kind of get out, especially if you've had a hectic week, you can kind of go and have a whole different experience in the mountains. And obviously, with you running this thing for over 30 years, it's a passion of yours too.
Yeah, I probably do all the varieties of it. I don't really telemark ski anymore, but I do have, I have 30 different pairs of skis in my 2-bedroom apartment, along with 14 bikes and et cetera, et cetera. But there's track skiing, which is on prepared Nordic tracks in the valley here. It's at the Vail Nordic Center, in Eaglevale when the snow is good, and at Malloy Park, the Ski Club Vail track system. And then there is touring skiing, which is sort of ungroomed, I would call it middle country skiing. It's not on not at Nordic centers, but it's not real backcountry skiing with skins and avalanche risk and things like that. Right. So that's touring skiing, which is somewhat heavier boots and perhaps edged skis, but not super wide. And then telemark skiing is can be sort of heavy touring skiing or lift serve telemark skiing.
So there's so many different ways that you can enjoy it, and of course you can learn more from Dawes this weekend at the Nordic Ski Swap. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. And yeah, I know we never have enough time. There's so much to talk about. So again, it's going to be going on from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday, 33rd annual Nordic Ski Swap. All right, we are out of time, but coming up we'll tell you what is in store for the show tomorrow.